Why would you do that to me? I made it 6 months since the last time you did that to me.
You did not make it 6 months because I remind you bi-weekly.
That's very true.
Is that twice a week or twice a month?
Yeah, which bi-weekly?
Let's see how many millennials are listening. We all just lost the game. Oh, that's going to be fun to hear about the reactions of that one.
It's the enemy's turn at the start of the session, right?
It is.
Indeed it is.
It is indeed. Welcome to Session 8 of our open beta playthrough of Daggerheart by Darrington Press, where we push all the limits and see how much we like or don't like it. We'll see. Head over to deadsunsco.com for announcements and other projects. There will be some coming out. Patreon.com/DeadSunsCompany to consider supporting us if you're enjoying our content or just like hearing our witty or not so witty banter about dicks and butts. It's fun.
Turtle tits, of course.
Turtle tits.
We did not get enough turtle tits in yet.
Last time in Turtle Tits, our party engaged with a scarred Simiah, who remains nameless at the moment, who revealed himself to be a former knight of Eventide. Stalling, Ripley noticed a bomb about to go off in the ruined warehouse that the Simiah had left behind, and almost everyone escaped unscathed. Kai got knocked around a little bit, but I think you're not really that hurt, honestly.
I'm hurting.
You'll be fine.
Since Justin decided to scale up the enemies a little bit since our first lob fight, everybody seems to be taking damage left and right, except
Gerard hasn't
Gerard.
taken any.
Gerard, our super tank, who takes no damage ever because he has so many armor slots, and is currently muted even.
I would like to interject that I've taken no damage, but that's because I'm refusing to get into combat.
You're
I'm so
druid. Maybe
undamaged, I
that's
don't
the way.
even need volume.
Yes, after promising doom and despair to the party for the engagement they are currently having, and Nero noticing strange orange embers of light blooming within the stronghold of Eventide, and one very far off on the distant horizon over the sea of clouds. Our party continues this engagement as the turn passes to the unnamed Simiah.
Hey, Justin, real quick. I was rereading that scramble ability, and I'm not sure if I'm understanding it right. So it says, once per short rest, when an enemy in melee range would deal damage to you, you can avoid the damage entirely and safely move out of melee range of the enemy. Doesn't say melee damage, though.
Yeah, it's weird wording.
But it definitely sounds it's melee.
By the first half of it, it says within melee range, regardless of whether they're hitting you with melee, is how I'd read that. But the second part throws me off because you're scrambling away from the melee attack to not take the damage. Right?
They're scrambling away of any of whatever attack, because they could be like throwing.
It just says would deal
fire in your
damage
face.
to you, though. That's the part that's throwing
Think
me
of
into
it. Think of it like they go to do any kind of event that does damage, and he is literally just dip, dodge, dive, duck, and dodging his way one zone away to get out of it.
Well, I just want to know if I mean,
But it just says out of melee range. It doesn't say out of.
Yes.
zone.
it's that's why it's a little weird to me.
Yeah, and that's why I think in that moment I wasn't going to allow it, because the ability he was doing affects
and I
very
had
close.
misspoke. I had said melee damage, and it didn't.
Okay.
Or at least I did in my brain. So
No, you said that.
Yeah, you did.
Totally said that.
The problem is the way that reads, you're scrambling and dodging out of the way of a melee attack.
right, no, and that makes sense to me. I just realized I had read that wrong to you.
Let's kick ass.
It's a weird wording, but all right.
Okay, cool.
It's trying to do too much. It needs to be a little more specific.
Hey, GM.
Sir.
Fuck you.
Thanks, Brad.
Please continue.
As the turn
Poor Brad, we're not
passes-
joining you on it.
It doesn't land when you. Fuck you is
Falls
just.
flat.
Meh. It's
I'm
fuck you,
saying it
Brad.
to him. I'm saying it to him because of what this event is for all of us. Has nothing to do with the fuck you Brads of the Tainted Hive. That stays where it is.
I second.
That's quaint. You think it's isolated to the tainted hive.
You'll soon learn. All right. Let's see. What does he do? He is actually going
Oh, no,
to.
he's looking a little pale. Is he going into cardiac arrest, Justin? Perhaps you should roll.
He looks like he needs to
Roll for heart attack.
some mindfulness, some meditation, perhaps.
I
A little
will say
stressed.
though, I'm reading the mechanics on death moves right now. It's an interesting way that they handle them.
Yeah, we might get to see that here pretty soon.
Hopefully
Sounds
not.
like it.
Yeah, what page is that on there?
114.
114.
Yeah, we might need to pull that up.
Eric already has it pulled.
All right, everybody go to
see, we're both men of taste.
So the Simiah is going to move upward onto the road leading toward the Eventide Gardens, and he will not turn around, but you see as his face kind of reforms in the back of his head as he's
hate
not
that.
looking at you. And Nero, well, nope, Kai, for the first thing he's doing here, let it spend an action token here.
I was actually looking forward to insulting him as he attempted to do this.
Let's do.
Got Voldemort on the back of his head.
I was just thinking of Professor Quirrell.
Your head feels as though it is going to split.
No, not
Headache is
again.
going. Your head is feeling like it's aching right now. Does a 13 pass your evasion?
No.
Ooh.
You shake it off. You kind of like bat it away with your hat.
Come on, T Swift.
I slap my head.
All right. And then one of his eyes will drift toward Nero. Nero.
All right.
Let's see.
One eye's looking at you, one eye's looking for you.
Nero, what is your personal nightmare?
No.
I would say my personal nightmare is being brewed into a cup of tea.
Oddly specific.
Thought you'd be
All
worried
right.
about the bakery being out of bread.
I guess my second nightmare would be that the loaf's bakery in the heavens above burns.
Roll me a knowledge reaction. Okay. Needs to be 20 or higher.
You're being stewed into tea while your bakery is burning down
It needs to be 20 or
because the
higher.
oven was on.
Hell yeah.
Good luck.
Kai did it.
Are we able to well, I don't have any hope, but are we able to use our hope to help him pass this?
No.
Yes, I think all of you can use hope.
I
for
have 0
helping,
hope,
right?
but Eric, you do have 5 hope.
I
Can
have
you do
some
that on a
too.
reaction thing like this?
You can spend hope to help an ally at any point. It's not an action.
Oh, can 2 of us help?
I don't think so. Maybe.
I mean,
I
I'll
have-
help if
I
I
have
can.
6
I, didn't
help,
understand. I thought you couldn't on a reaction.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he can. I'm hoping that somebody can help me because I'm not going to pass this.
Reaction rolls.
Let's find out.
Because it's a reaction, would my experience of overly
Oh, no,
cautious play into this?
Character can't help you on a reaction roll.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
you can't.
My bad. I gave you hope and took it away.
You did. Would my experience of being overly cautious and therefore trying to avoid my personal nightmares by being careful in every aspect of my life have anything or any impact on this?
No, but I
Okay.
would say your Shepherd of Death would, because you have probably less fear because you don't have a fear of death itself. So
If you'll let me have it, I'll take it. All right, I'll burn my hope for that.
makes sense to me.
Oh man,
You embrace death as part of the cycle.
it's all part of the cycle. God.
Praise be the loaf.
Praise be the loaf.
It's an 18.
Has risen.
Even with your
Loaf
experience and everything.
risen.
All right,
This yeast
man.
is
God, this-
risen.
It's so sacrilege.
That's sacrilege. I thought that was a religion where you worship sacks.
Sax religion, yeah.
All right, are you ready?
There's no bards here.
Oh.
Oh.
Hey, those dice don't sound as hefty this time, at least.
As numerous.
They're D20s.
Oh.
That'll be 34.
Okay.
34 magic damage, and you lose all hope.
Well, good thing I don't have any, so I'll take 3
Yeah,
damage.
take that, Justin.
I didn't have any hope in the first place.
Is that massive?
No,
Okay.
it is not.
Severe.
That
All
being
right.
said, as this happens, I would like to look. I just want to look directly at him, and as he does this, as the nightmare fades and the thought of being in a pot of steeping water is done, I just look to him and I go, you know, one day, someone is going to smack you across the damn world and show you what pain really feels like. Gerard, Master Gerard, you're up. Today is that day.
And it does pass to you. That was his turn.
I'd like to do
I'm
something.
gonna pass my
Yeah.
bow to fucking Ripley, because I'm not Ripley Kai, because I noticed that he doesn't have one. Like, here,
I
here.
know.
Well, fuck.
You're not gonna pass him. Kai's gonna run over and slap it out of your hand. Like, I'm taking this mother. You're not using it.
Do it. Do it. Do
And
it.
he's gonna grab his little bow and do a pea shooter.
Shared a bow. What are your experiences again?
My experiences are bounty hunter, duelist, and drinker.
Okay.
All right. I am going to attempt to shoot the bow at the guy, and I'm going to also try to make my rangers focus with the attack.
All right.
After I say that, I look back at Kai.
Pretend he is a drink.
All right.
That took me a
Just
second.
ignore that.
He's singing in A minor.
Oh, great! This is a great start. This is going to be 17 to hit,
Ooh.
but it's with fear.
Does not hit.
Oh.
Does not.
Ah.
All right.
And it passes to me. It's kind of weird that it passes to me, but it passes to me.
Hey, who has stress? A lot of stress. You do?
I mean, are you saying who has?
I do.
Who
I
has
have
a lot of
Who has
stress?
a lot of
Phil?
stress? Yes.
Or who
Well,
has
I-
a lot of capacity
4?
for stress?
3?
I have 3.
All right.
I'm not confused
as-
on what you're asking.
About to have
It's
5.
fine. I'm asking who has stress marked. Because I want to do a thing real quick.
I only have
gotta
2
find it.
stress.
No, maybe.
I've only got 2 stress.
It probably is.
Not.
It's not.
I don't know. You tell me. Once per long rest, when a character has failed at an action they were attempting, if you console them or inspire them, you both clear 2 stress. Which, Kai, you don't have stress?
I don't have any.
I'll wait. I'll wait then.
Okay. On his turn, he looks to you, Oxley,
Mm.
and he will glance down to your coin purse. And if you glance down, you notice there's
Pendant.
there's an orange glow coming from
Oh.
inside your coin purse.
Oh,
Um,
those little shits.
It's become a ranged weapon.
I see you will be one of the first to die. Come. And he is going to...
Nope.
Oh boy.
Nope.
He's going to
No.
attack you.
Don't kill our
Does.
janitor.
Does a 20 break your evasion?
Let me do some math
You
here.
have to look.
Fuck yeah, it does.
I am, yeah. That's not that bad, right? It's only 8d6, huh?
Only.
Only 8.
$33 damage.
Okay.
Not bad.
Pretty good
as
rolls.
That goes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. 31 damage. I added too many
Okay.
things.
All right. I'm going to mark 2 armor. And then I will take... So I take major if it's... If it's below my severe threshold, I would take the major amount of hit points,
Yeah.
right? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So then I will take 2 HP off.
All right. Your head kind of just feels like it's splitting open, and you kind of tuck for a second. But you come back. Your head's kind of ringing. You just remembered a time that your ma put you in a headlock and wouldn't let go until you passed out.
Face into the pit.
I look down at this this glowing contraband on my belt here. You dealing drugs?
God damn
To
it!
the students?
I was about to spit that out.
As you look down, your coin purse has got kind of a small opening at the top. You see some of the coins that are in your bag are the ones glowing. Pretty safe to assume it's the ones you picked up earlier tonight.
Oh, the coins are glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
With that, I am going to spend 1 fear to hit a few of the citizens that are still fleeing further away
Fuck.
with that faceless curse as they fall lifeless, but then rise again with marionette strings
So
invisibly
to be
pulling
clear,
them around.
they are killed from that, right? And then risen.
Unclear.
Oh,
Verbiage says one thing, what we see says another.
yeah.
Dislike.
They fall
Yeah.
limp, as if lifeless, but they are then pulled back up as if by invisible strings. It is unclear if they are dead or not.
Well, this is an affront to Spore Mother. The cyclical nature of life and death must be left in sacrosanct. Sacrosanct? Whatever.
Sacrosanct?
That one.
I don't even know if that's the word.
I don't know. I'm religious.
Sounded
Can't you
right.
tell?
And then spend an
I'll look it
action
up.
to... Can I activate all these guys at once or nah? Action. Oh, okay, I can activate all within close range of one of you.
Oh, I was right. Sacrosanct.
So only really one of them is within close range of any of you. So that is gonna go here on Ox. And it moves into melee with you, Ox. It is gonna try and swing. It lunges at you as if to try and bite into your neck. Does a 14 break your evasion.
It do.
Okay. It will do 13 points of magic damage as its fangs grow with dark magic and try and bite into your collarbone there.
All right. I will burn my last armor slot, and then that's a single HP.
And it passes to you. Stop rolling with fear.
All right, who wants to go?
I have an idea, if I may.
Go for it.
So, GM, this
Sir.
Simiah is very burned.
Mm-hmm.
Clothing, face. And did anyone besides Ox see the glowing coins that he grabbed?
You saw the same orange, but you didn't necessarily see it on Ox yet.
Okay. Here's what I would like to do.
I would
like
easily glance over at Ox while he was talking to him. Maybe you looked at him. I would say it's pretty visible at this point. They're starting to glow brighter and brighter.
Okay, then I will point out and go, those orange dots are all over the city, too. Throw the coins at him. And I want to move a zone closer, light a torch on...
Owl?
No, I dropped owl a long time ago.
Okay. All right.
I'm Hedwig. I can speak. But what I would like to do, I should get my voice back. I would like to move a zone closer, light my torch on fire, and throw it at him. And in the process, yell, "You are an ugly, burned fuck. Burn again."
Absolutely can.
Okay.
Burn again.
Do so with advantage.
Oh, thank you. Do I just roll? I've never used a weapon. Do I just roll 2d12? Should I pay?
Yeah, you
I've
should
been-
have.
Half paying attention to you guys rolling dice, but I don't have to use weapons.
You would typically have like an attack modifier on your weapons. I don't really know what it is for impromptu weapons, but
I don't either. You tell me, because
It's
my
GM
little
discretion.
It's a
My
plus
short-
6.
my short staff is just says it's a
Plus
D8
six
plus 1
sounds right.
damage. It doesn't really give me a modifier to roll.
it should have an attack
Just
modifier
add
on there.
6.
It'll tell you what thing which your short staff is associated with.
Oh, it's instinct. Okay, so it's plus 3.
Yeah.
I see what
I would
that
just
Fine.
use that.
Eight.
Okay,
Just use
sweet.
that. That's fine.
Sweet. With advantage. Not with hope. That is, however, a 28 with fear.
Dude, swap out your D12s.
I
Put
can't.
them in
I've already-
jail.
I've already committed.
28 with fear.
Yep.
As you throw the fire and as you light the fire, even you see his black eyes shift as he blinks, and the whites of his eyes are white, and they are blue irises. And you see clear signs of fear in his eyes.
He's afraid
Love
of
it.
fire.
You chuck the torch in his general direction. Roll me 2d10.
Oh, yes, sir. That would be 14.
Okay. That hits his minor threshold, but so he will take 1 hit point of damage. He will also gain a stress from the fear of that.
Good listening ears, Brad.
Thank you. I've been thinking as he talked about glowing objects and burned tissue, and I went,
And he looks like he's burnt. Yeah.
every time we're whacking him, it's not doing anything, and he's got to have a weakness. Maybe it's
That's
fire.
probably how he got those scars.
You want to know how I got these
We're
scars?
literally fighting Freddy Krueger monkey.
Monkey Krueger.
Is it still our turn?
And he just rolled with fear.
I rolled with fear
Did.
again.
Um,
I pressed my luck rolling 3 times in 2 sessions.
I've had
Where-
this mace back like this for like 4
I know. Well, I felt bad. I didn't want to jump from you, but I was like, wait, if we don't do this, we might not see if it works.
No, that was perfect. Yeah,
I'm going to
we got to surround this guy with fire.
immediately spend that fear to basically sprint these 2 toward Gerard and move this one, this one. Gerard, I'm going to use an action token to attack you with those.
With villagers?
Yes, the
It's not
faceless,
super cool, man.
blurry creatures that were once villagers, or maybe still are.
Master
Hard to tell.
Ripley,
Hmm.
do you have a torch?
We all should.
I think you all start with a torch.
It's standard
Oh,
equivalent.
yeah, I do.
Whoever has a torch should light Master Kai's arrows on fire.
Also, now they're Kai's arrows. Got it.
He's got the bow.
They're mine now.
He's totally
Fine.
mine now.
Fine, take it. It's cool.
Gerard does a 18 break your evasion. Yes, it probably does.
Well, wait a second. Yeah, no, yeah, it does.
That will be
Sixfold.
14 physical damage from the 2 of them.
I'm getting hit by 2.
Yes. One of them is trying to claw at your face while the other one goes down to try and bite your legs.
14, you say, hey?
Indeed.
I am going to do two things. Can I take a reaction against two creatures? If my skill says I can?
So because of our unfamiliarity with this system, these are what are considered minion type creatures.
I'm going to smack them both across the face.
Most minion type creatures, when you hit one of them, if it breaks a certain damage threshold, it immediately hits the next one next to it. So carry on.
Well, thematically, this is how I would like to do this. I'm going to use retaliation. When I take damage from a creature in melee range, I can mark a stress. I'll do that to immediately deal damage with half proficiency rounded up, so I'll just use 1 dice. And then I'm also going to use vengeance when I'm hit by an enemy.
What level are you?
I am level 4, sir.
And you have 2 proficiency. That's it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry.
Really?
Carry on.
That's okay. I used it on other things. Anyway, when I am hit by an enemy within melee range, I can mark at least 1 armor slot, which I will do so to take 0 damage. I can immediately roll a number of d6 equal to that number of armor slots I marked and deal that much physical damage to the enemy.
Oh, yeah, do that.
So I'm going to roll the d8 plus 1, which makes that 8. Sick. And then I'm going to roll a d6, which I don't have near me. Unprepared. And that's a 6. Cool. So that'll be 13 damage.
And
Damn.
the damage threshold on these particular minions is 12. So as you swing into the first one...
Excuse me, 14.
Yeah, I was say you did your
14
math
damage.
there.
I did, because I was looking at the dice that said 7 and dropped my 1.
How do you want to do it? Both of them are going down.
This is literally, these guys are such weak-ass punks that I draw my mace back and I literally tear through the one's head into the other and they just both drop.
Why
over.
do I just envision that mace that you've been holding for 3 other people's turns waiting to swing?
I've
You're
been
finally just
building
like,
the charge.
It's charging.
It's like Ganondorf's kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally tear through the neck of the one and up into the head of the other.
Oh,
Falcon punch.
he's playing pickleball with citizens' heads.
That's
What?
fucked.
I'm going to use my last action token to have this one attack Ox.
And now I get a little sad because I noticed one of them was my gardener.
Not Samwise Gamgee. Samwise the Brave is dead. Oh no. Doesn't 11
Samwise
break your
Gamgee, or like
evasion, Ox?
Samwise
It does.
Slamgee.
I have shit evasion.
Woof. All right, that is 7 physical damage.
That's not bad.
No,
Each
it's
one that
not.
attacks you does 7.
No, it's not. I'm gonna use my scramble ability since this is a melee attack, and I'm
Sure
gonna
is.
move out of melee range and move towards Big Dickhead.
Okay, so you move very close, but in the same zone. Unless it lets you move further than that.
It just says out of melee, so for me it would be very close.
Yep. All right. And
How far?
That-
Oh, go for
will
it.
be the end of my turn.
I'm gonna start lighting arrows for Kai.
How far away am I from the big bad?
You are currently, I would say, far.
Far. Excellent.
I'm going to point at the baddies on the ground and say, "This is but a taste of the hell that I will bring you."
So I'd like to use my deft maneuvers once again, marking a stress to get up into his shit.
Hell
In
yeah.
them guts.
He'll throw it at
And-
you. Careful.
and and how many does he have any pockets, any you know what, no, I want to how do grapple attacks work?
Oh.
Wait,
Or, you know what, not-
Wait, Ox. My torch
Yeah?
is lying on the ground next to him.
No, that's cool.
I see what
As
you're doing.
As you arrive, Ox, he is currently trying to bat the flame that hit him off of himself I will say you have advantage on this attack, whatever it is.
I'm just saying grapple him with the torch.
I want to try and mash his face into the torch is what I want to do, and give him some Sir Sandor Clegane action is what I want
Hit
to
the
do.
torch with the enemy.
Yeah. So I want to improvise weapon the enemy, I guess, is what I
Hell
want to
yeah.
do.
Use your weapons attack modifier, whatever it is, and just roll me an attack roll.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
straight.
Fucking body this bitch right onto those flames.
I don't think there's any grappling rules anywhere that I read
Okay.
anyway.
There
So-
are now.
Just fucking pile drive him.
And
Suplex.
I'd like to
Suplex
use
City.
my "Oh no, you don't."
TikTok, Drew.
Yeah, spend that hope.
Yeah.
I
All
think we need
Oh,
we need a little Randy
devil.
Savage in here as he's doing this.
right.
My voice
where'd my
is
dice
strained
go?
enough on one voice.
That's fair.
And that's only when
Oh,
Gerard
fuck
does
yeah.
it.
So 10 and 6. 16.
Oh, shit.
And hang on. Nope. Can I use this? Yeah, I'm going to use my Call of the Slayer dice on this.
Yes.
Okay. So
Oh,
that's,
plus I have an advantage dice.
Yep.
Oh,
that's
hell yeah.
16 with hope right now, or fear.
It's 16 with hope. So
Mom.
that's 25.
Yes.
That'll hit.
I actually
Um,
just run in an RKO out of nowhere.
26. I forgot about the experience
under
from
like
burning.
How would you
over.
like to attack this jerk? What are you
All
doing
right,
to
you
do the damage?
slippery little shit, and I'm gonna grab him by the nape of his neck like a fucking student, and I want to just jam his face right into this torch,
Hell yeah.
like
Oh my
flame
God.
the torch and the pavers below it. That's what I want to do.
Oh,
And
what is your weapon damage? Out of curiosity.
it's 2d12 plus 3.
2d12 plus 3. I'm gonna say roll that plus another 1d10.
I mean, I don't have any d10. Oh, hang on. All right, there it is. Okay.
And he
Yep,
will
yep, yep,
automatically be marking a stress again.
yep. Oh, you bet your ass. Okay.
If there's no objections, I'd like to
And-
go next.
All yours.
When I do this, I'm gonna spin him around so I'm like behind him as I do this, and then just drive him down into that. Here we go. Okay, so 10, 6, 16. So that's 25. However, if you're oh, never mind. That's the brutal trait of my Wardhammer. So yeah, that stands.
25?
Yeah.
25
I swear to
Is-
fucking God if you say minor.
exactly his major threshold. So that's 2 HP.
And because I'm behind him, can I use my battle strategist class feature to mark a stress and pump another stress onto him?
Yeah.
All right.
As you do strike him, though, and you are in very close range, he will mark yet another stress,
How much fucking stress does this guy got?
Oh shit.
quite a bit. He will use his Vengeful Fate feature.
Okay.
Is he using this as like a reaction, or how are you doing this?
It is a reaction. So,
Um,
you got something you want to do?
Yeah,
I don't know if you can do anything on a
if
reaction, but
I don't.
would I be able to move within close range of Ox for this?
negatory, not on a
Okay.
reaction.
Nope, never mind.
It's basically as he's hitting him, the reaction is sounding off. Ox, you feel as your insides shove against your spine. You can mark a stress at this point to roll an agility reaction to try and take half damage if you would like. Otherwise, you will be flying to far distance and
I'm
taking
going
full
to do
damage.
that. That's
Okay.
my last stress spot.
Okay.
Then it's agility. Okay. So that's That's with fear, but that is a 20.
What's a reaction? So it doesn't matter if it's
Or-
with
okay,
fear.
so-
Oh, that's
20.
right. Sorry. Yep. Agility. You said it was a 20?
Nice job, Eric.
Yes.
That will pass.
I'm
You'll
going
take
next.
half
This
of this
month's
damage.
nothing.
Oh boy. All right. Would it be?
Ugh. I mean, Gerard has gotten hit by the pushback twice. Ox, is this 3 for you at this
This
point?
is
Kai
my
took
third.
it once. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kai took it once. That's 6 stress right there.
So it would be
I didn't take it once.
26.
Took-
So you will take 13.
Okay.
And you will fly backward. You are going to land on a building right next to Gerard, like a giant cannonball, and just like crush the tool shed that you land on. Thankfully, it's all hammers and no rakes.
Having seen Ox fly backward, did you actually set my arrows on fire? Or was that
Oh yeah,
just flare?
when it was still our round, I was lighting arrows for you, so you didn't have to use any action to do that.
Okay.
Were you doing that as an action, Ripley? Like,
Yeah,
I would
that was
say-
that was what I was using as my action for that last round that we had control.
okay, that's fine. I would say in future, if you're doing stuff like that, just call it out a little more robustly. I'm not really sure what test you would even do for that. Maybe that's a help an ally thing to spend hope. I have no idea, but it's fine for now. Again, there's not really a structure around that specifically. So
All right. Well, Kai is going to pull back his bow, pull it back extra far because it's a little tiny thing, and he's going to shoot it. And I'm actually going to use strategic approach to give myself advantage on this attack.
okay,
There we go.
And
Can
I'm going
I-
to spend a hope
can I
to make my rangers focus or try to.
Can I also spend a hope and just I'm gonna try to
Help?
encourage him? Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. It's help an ally. You basically just
Okay. I'm gonna help
call
an
out,
ally.
give him encouragement. It would technically give him advantage. So Eric, because this would basically give you 2 advantage, you take whichever advantage is higher.
Okay.
That's how that works.
So your advantage has advantage.
Well, first one I rolled is a 6, so it doesn't matter.
Gerard, what are you
Spend the hope
shouting?
anyway. Level that bow. Take him out. I don't know.
Sounded official and knightly to me.
All right. It's going to be a 28 to hit with fear.
That'll hit.
Sick roll though.
Okay, and he's going to get. I'm also going to use my Apex Predator to mark a stress to increase my proficiency by 1. So it's going to be 3d8. Wait, no, it's a d6, right? What is the bow? It's a d6, correct, Ripley? You have the I
oh
don't
yeah,
have to
sorry.
have
D6 plus 3,
d6
and
plus 3.
it's agility.
Okay. That's going to be plus 3, you said?
Yes.
So that's going to be 16 damage, and he's going to take 2 stress wounds.
Oh, nice.
How much damage?
16 damage
Okay,
Nice.
and 2 stress.
so that
And
is
is
his
there any modifier because those are flaming arrows?
minor
And-
threshold.
I guess that's true with it being flaming too.
Roll me another d6 on that damage quick.
Another 3.
Okay, still in his minor threshold.
But they're
But
flaming.
you gave him 2 stress, and he would have taken
Yes.
1 from it being on fire. So he's at a total of 10 stress right now, which maxes his stress meter out.
Oh, thank
Um,
God. It's about time.
So what happens
He
when
is-
somebody's stress meter is maxed again? Can you remind me?
If
Yeah.
they take any more stress, each stress they take is 1 HP gone.
Oh.
This is
So-
where we
Yeah, it's
needed to
big.
get this on.
He
Big deal.
also can't spend stress to hit you with stress moves like that reaction that he has to do.
This was where we needed to get
Alright,
this
I
son of a
wanna-
bitch.
At this point,
Since that's the case,
narratively, he's hit with this flaming arrow. He just got his face plunged into fire. He is actively panicking. He's changed a little bit. Like his eyes have turned blue. His face kind of straightens out a little bit as if it's not as crooked and cursed anymore. He looks more normal. Still furless, still burn scars everywhere, but he's kind of looking around like he wants a way out. Go ahead.
I have a
got
chance to say
actually-
something?
Since you said
He just rolled with fear, though, so
I
it
did
is my
roll
turn.
with fear, so it's
Shit.
his turn.
What's up, Gerard?
I was going to try and make a bold presence move, especially since he's shattering right now. But
Okay. With the many fear I have right now, I am going to actually burn 2 of them. And Ox, the first thing you notice is the coins in your pouch start to glow more brightly. The second thing you notice is they're starting to get hot. And as he starts to scream loudly in a mix of fear, panic, and rage, you hear around the entire stronghold people starting to scream in pain. Ox, I need you to roll me a strength reaction to try and grab a hold of your coin purse before it starts to melt into your leg
All right.
and get rid of it.
This was the debacle. Do I hit him or do I get rid of these? Okay.
All those orange glowing dots I saw were
All right.
bags of money.
Okay. Well, so a 23.
That passes. You grab a hold of that sucker and you just toss it aside. And as it lands on the ground, you all hear in unison as a burst of fire pops out of the coin purse, destroying all of your wealth.
just here.
Ox, it's all over town. You hear the same. It's like a collective firecracker. And Nero, are you still flying? No, you're not an
Nope.
owl anymore. But you guys do see plumes of orange light puffing up all around the stronghold right now.
that's fine. They were all
as if
paid off in
fires
traders
are
anyway. Let
starting.
them die.
The building
Listen,
next to the pouch
Bro, I had
lights on
coins.
fire.
Fuck you.
Nice job, Gerard. Town's gonna burn down on your first watch.
Hey. You're part of this retinue. We're all taking responsibility.
I had no part in this.
I'm the face of it, but
I'm going to spend 1 action to charge this one into the same zone as Ripley and Kai. You guys are up on a rooftop, aren't you?
Yeah.
They will begin to scramble up the outside of the building, but will not reach
Ew.
you right now. I will spend my other action to charge this one. Nero, you're going to get charged at as well. This one gets close enough to you to attempt to claw at your mushroom cap. Does a 19 break your evasion?
No, it does not. In absolutely no sense of the word. Yes, it absolutely does.
7 physical damage as it starts to tear into your mushroom cap.
All right, I'm going to mark an armor and cut that down.
Okay. Was that your major threshold, I assume?
That was my major threshold on the money, so I'm going to drop it by 5 to take 1 HP.
All right. I am going to burn 1 more fear to give myself 2 action tokens just so he can try and run the fuck away. He is going to go here and here and spend an action token.
Where's the rules on how stun works?
I don't think
Not
that
really
there
a thing.
is a stun unless it's part of a specific ability, in
It's-
which
it's
case
an
that
ability.
ability should tell you how it works. So he runs up the road into Eventide Gardens and up a hill just inside the tree line that goes up onto like this meadow with a single oak tree at its peak. You see he's starting to try and run away. He's still kind of like burning a little bit. His cloak is starting to smoke and smolder. It is your turn.
All right, real quick, Kai, hang on. Let me react to these guys getting close to us. I'm gonna turn around
Go
and
for it.
face these two. What's up?
I said go for it.
I'm gonna turn around and face these two puppets that are behind us, and I am going to make a spell casting roll against all the enemies in front of me within close range, and making a hypnotic shimmer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attempt to hypnotize these things. So I'll roll that, and on a success, once per short rest, I can create an illusion of flashing colors and lights that temporarily stun any enemies I succeed against and deal them stress and leaving them unable to move or act until the stun is cleared.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the rules now. It looks like an adversary who's trying to clear his thing can use action trackers to get rid of
Yep. Those are temporary
it. So,
status effects.
is there
As the
modifiers
GM,
that
I
go
can
with spellcasting?
Yes, it's you based on your class.
Yep.
It would say it on like whatever your class thing is.
I thought yours was like finesse or something.
It says on the card.
Yep.
No, it doesn't. It just says spell.
It's your class.
It's a class
have
specific thing.
a
Yeah.
spellcasting ability, a spellcasting trait.
So look at the card
Yeah,
for
no,
your
so is it grace
subclass.
or is it?
It's either going to be agility, strength, finesse,
Do you have-
instinct,
Do you
presence,
have
or
your
knowledge.
Do you have your
Yeah, I
subclass
have-
card?
Finesse.
There it is.
Okay, I see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is finesse. So I will add. I'm also adding 2 tokens for my Seaborn from knowing the tides on those fear rolls that I had.
Okay.
So I'm burning both of those, and so that's going to be whatever I roll +4. Fuck. God damn it.
No.
7 with hope.
And this is against their difficulty, right? So yeah, that does nothing to them. They appear unaffected.
God damn it. These
At
dice
least-
At least
fucked me.
with hope.
At least it's with hope.
Yep. Take a hope.
I did. All right. Proceed.
I'm going to shout out to him. I would like to use a hope to use failure is not an option, which is an experience of mine. +1, and then I'm going to use bold presence. And
Okay.
I'm just going to shout out to him. You are quite the foe. You were once one of our brotherhood. I know deep down you are an honorable man. Come back and lay down your weapons. And I'm going to try that, I guess.
Okay. Roll me a presence. With advantage.
All right. Oh, balls. Okay. Hold on, I have math. So failure is not an option +1. So 2, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 27 plus a D6.
Mm-hmm.
That's 30 with hope.
Nice.
Well,
I had an 11 and a 10 plus all the other things.
Gerard, as your
Huge.
voice rings out over the battlefield and the burning buildings begin to glow around you, you'll have to wait till next time to see how he reacts to your speech.
Oh,
Oh, that was fun.
Ooh.
That was
See, it
fun.
turned around.
I had no doubt. I mean, I like a challenge. It was a good fight. I was
That
just
was,
the whole last session. I was trying to think. I was watching everything go down. I go, there has to be a weakness. You make enemies with weaknesses. There has to be one.
I do.
What did I
It
miss?
Trademark for me.
Hey, the
Fire.
good news is next session, Kai, you can turn around and melee the fuck out of these guys.
no, I think if anything, I might try to get another shot off at that guy. If I can.
Yeah, we should absolutely kill him.
Yeah,
Well,
see, I just don't know
good
if
job with
these
the-
puppets are dead or not, and I feel kind of weird just straight up killing them without knowing.
So proud.
You need to maintain a certain moral flexibility in this party.
It's easy,
Says
just
the,
don't have
says the
morals.
guy who can't reach his shoulder blades.
I
Part of
stole
my
one,
nightly
though.
retinue now, Ox.
I just have one of those. I'll use you to reach.
I'm gonna put a sticky note on your back, and you're
The
never
Spore
gonna get it
Mother
off.
says that life and death are a cyclical circle. So in her mind, the death of those who may already be dead is a continuation of that circle.
Hey, Justin.
You know what
I
else is
just
a
want to
circle?
point out
Your ass.
What's up?
you put close to 100 damage onto me, and you know how many hit points I took? 0.
Respect.
I
Sponge.
I have a feeling Darrington Press is going to have a little work to do on the Guardian.
The Guardian's it's a little OP,
I
honestly.
wanted to play Guardian because of that.
So when I saw that and like started to in my head go, how much damage would I have to do to Gerard versus everyone else to do anything to him? It's insane. I think if your
Yeah.
armor score was a little lower, I think that might balance it a little bit. But having so many armor slots and 13 for an armor score,
16.
16 for an armor
He's
score,
just 16. He's an absolute tank.
forget about it. Like I would have
But
to
my
do
evasion is
repeated
3,
damage to
so
you always.
I can't get out of the way of a fart.
Right.
But
Well, you know what, Justin? It just means that you'd have to do to him what we did to you, and that's stress.
True. I could just stress him out to no end.
Yeah.
If I had any stat blocks that actually did that kind of damage regularly, which
I mean, to be
Props.
fair,
Props
5th
with the
edition
coins,
also
though,
has a
man.
problem with overcoming Turtle's AC. Case in point, the Rage game flipped the table, quitting everything.
Tanak.
I thought for sure the thing that was glowing was that pendant that the kids had bought from, or I thought they had bought that from him, not the
I thought you
coins.
left. I thought you left that pendant in the jail cell.
Maybe I did. I had it on
You
listed
did.
on my inventory, so that was
Yeah,
an
you
error
left it
again.
with the clerk at the jail.
It wasn't, and the thing for me is when I got up there as an owl and I saw all those orange dots, I'm like, okay, there's some kind of a power or fire, or this is not good. And then I land, and we're nuts to butts going at it with this guy trying to beat him down. And all of a sudden, I'm like, I hear him talk about your coins, and I go, oh shit, there's money all over the town. That's
You know something? And
Corrupted.
Justin, you always leave little nuggets of hints and clues, and I know that you do that when you monologue and when you describe an enemy, and I still just
It's fine.
as soon as he said fire, I'm like, no shit, this guy's burnt up.
I mean-
of course he doesn't like fire.
I
Probably.
find joy in leaving those little nuggets for the rare times when you guys actually go, oh, do we?
Haha.
fire.
My
Yeah.
character's dumb as shit, so I
It's fine.
picked up
It's
on
what-
all that, but I
I'm
couldn't.
just doing
I
divulge
don't care
any
what
of
happens
that.
next. I don't care what happens next. If we survive this encounter, Ripley's taking a fucking nap.
Mike,
Maybe.
this is the third game that I've either DM'd for you or played with you where you constantly know things, but your character is dumb as shit. Stop playing stupid characters.
Dude,
It's what my character
I was,
would do.
I was lying my ass off. I totally missed the fire thing. I
All
do
right, fair.
love playing dumb as
You
shit
didn't notice the
characters.
eyebrows?
Though. It's relaxing.
I did notice the little interjection of a Witchred voice during the monologue, though. I have seen it.
That
Yeah.
was specifically for you.
Easter egg.
I couldn't say the words without going back to the voice either. It wouldn't come out of my mouth without it.
Your voice, like your character,
seen it.
your NPC voice goes from this like kind of raspy, dark to I have seen it, and then right back, and I'm like, you just can't say that phrase ever again.
I can't. It's my coin phrase for that character. That's how I
know.
got the voice to it.
I know.
Anyway, that was fun.
That was great.
I do still wish, if I wish one thing for this game so far, it's that I love the freedom that they built into it, but there needs to be more skeleton. Like
There's
there,
not enough framework.
there needs to be more framework to fall back on for when creativity is escaping you, right? Like this group's pretty freaking creative, and we're still going, how do we do this? Like,
Yeah.
And it's weird because you can't just go, oh, I have an ability that does that, and that's why I'm doing this. You just have to go, I'm doing this. Can I do it? And it's like, it's weird. It feels
There's
weird.
a part of me that loves that to like force us to try
Same.
to play a little differently, but at the same time, it is very much showing, and we've discussed this, This was made by people who played their own version of D&D that just had the D&D name stamped on it. This is Critical Role's game, which is
someone who is almost incapable of playing that way. I don't.
You are the
I'm really enjoying the open-ended improv of this style.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I think honestly, personally, I think the turn-based system needs a rework.
There is no turns.
That's what I mean.
I know.
The fear and then
there's an
flipping back
optional
and
rule.
forth. That's okay.
You can do initiative order.
Yeah, you can.
I like to toe the line on rules and like 1 foot over to see if you'll allow shit. But since there are so few of those, I don't even know where to begin sometimes. So it's like, I guess I'm just gonna fuck it.
We
try
gave Mike
it.
all the freedom, and he put himself in a jail cell.
I will say, like, that amount of freedom has prompted me while I'm GMing to try and, like, remember, oh, yeah, I need to narratively describe what's going on, right? Like, there's not a rule that I need to point out or, like,
Well,
Sure.
and
lawyer.
I
need to describe what's happening.
that's the one thing that I kind of like about that specifically is some of the game systems we've played. It's so strict and so cut. Like, I feel like the creativity is pulled back a little bit because I can say, well, look, this is what my character is doing in the scene and this is how it's playing out. And you say, nope, the rules don't allow that. But in this game, you can say, I can see how that would work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I guess what I'm saying is
So
it needs more. I love that freedom. I don't think they should get rid of that in any way, shape, or form. But when Ox comes up to me and says, I want to grapple this dude into a torch,
Yeah, exactly.
I want
was
there to be a
awesome.
way
Yeah.
for that to just
How?
fucking happen.
Because
Right.
in D&D,
Right.
that would not have happened if
No.
I wasn't like a grappler. Like, yeah, fuck no.
And I was just like, I don't know, use your weapon damage, I guess, and then I'll just add some damage onto it because he's weak against fire. But I don't feel like that's ideal. I wish there was something I could have just been like, oh yeah, I read about that once. Add this or whatever.
The
I
problem
think
with
they
that
need
then
to
is
add-
there's
they need to
never
add-
consistency then.
something else we need
They
to
need
keep
to add into the inventory or somewhere in the rule book like a static system of deciding how improvised weapons deal their damage.
And grappling and stuff like
But-
that too, right?
Yeah.
One
Because
other thing we need to keep
Players
in
love
mind
grappling.
is we're still so unfamiliar with this.
Oh, I know.
I half of my turn is trying to make sure I don't fuck up the few rules there are. 'Cause I'm still so new with it, and I think if I was more comfortable with those, like had played a game or two, then the creativity would.
the game
Well,
is
the
also
problem
in
I
its
have is-
infancy as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The problem I have with the DM having to make up the rule on the spot is, unless the DM is amazing and will remember every single judgment call they've made, there'll never be any consistent call, so you'll never know how it'll ever play out or work. And every time you're making it up again and again and over, it's always just a judgment call.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
And
if
if
you're
you
a
have, like,
player,
A
you have
GM
no
with
idea. Like,
bad judgment, like,
Yeah.
you're screwed.
So, like,
it could
maybe
lead to some
unless there's-
infighting.
Unless there's actually something like set in the book that we haven't read yet.
There might be. I didn't read it that
what we
thoroughly,
could probably do as a workaround in case the situation comes up again is we just base the improvised weapon off of its size,
I mean, that's
and then we have like a set thing per size.
the thing I hated about D&D with improvised weapons is there's certain things where using it in improvised implement of some kind would be fucking badass, but
Yep.
it would do way less damage than your greatsword or whatever you were going to use. So you're basically punished for doing the cool thing in those particular
Yeah.
cases.
it
was
never
trying
made
to,
sense to do it.
I was just trying
and
to
the
not
fucking
do that.
plowshare.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The,
that's a
the
great
plowshare.
example.
I did terribly with that. What I would say is this is
No, that was D&D.
I
That was
know.
D&D.
I know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Alex, you mentioned that sometimes the level of rules can get in the way, and there's a balance to be struck between flexing the rules without flexing them so much. Because we as a group, I mean, Mike said it perfectly. Everybody in this group as a player loves to try to push the rules to get what they want out of them.
Mhm.
Happens every time. So there has to be a point where you say, no, the rule says this, that's where, but you got to have the flexibility as a GM to do that.
Right.
This framework is basically saying, here's the rocks. Now you go build everything else around them.
It almost gatekeeps itself for people who aren't that great at like improvising.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
Because there's no rules and frameworks, I have no idea what to do. I'm almost stunned into like I don't know what to do because
Right.
what
And
Because there's no mechanics.
Absolutely.
to a certain extent, Eric, I work very similarly because I like to fall back on the mechanics that are there so that I can let my brain work on the creative piece I'm going to do next without having to spin up all of the core mechanics, right? Like they're there, I'm leaning on them. I know you guys know them. I can go over here and build something quick while we're just following that structure. Here, there's no structure, so I have to constantly be churning
it makes
through,
chugging.
which sometimes is fine, but it's not something I enjoy doing constantly, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, there's stuff. I like rule sets that guide you to the creativity, not ones that restrict it. So I would just say we need more guidance around more niche scenarios. We don't necessarily need it to be written in the rules to say this is how it has to be every time. I need it to say when you're grappling, here's a way you should probably generally do it.
Yeah.
Or maybe instead of the experiences just being a modifier,
Yeah.
being that the impetus for I want to do some narratively cool shit
I have
out of
more
the rules.
detailed feedback on experiences. I like the idea of experiences.
They're not great.
I don't like that your really badass past experience gives you a +1,
Right.
plus
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Like
It's
it should let
a
you.
joke.
It should let you do cool shit you wouldn't even be allowed to do in the first
Yeah.
place unless you had that experience of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think to some extent, because there's so much flexibility as a GM, you could just say that that's true.
I mean, you can even theoretically say, based on your experiences, like, a better way for experience to be good is to give advantage.
Anyway, I'm gonna cut us off here because thanks for staying a little late, Carl. I know you got to jump off here, but
Well, I mean, it's
think-
good to give feedback to the system itself.
yeah, I want to
So,
do an actual feedback session after we're done
Yeah.
with the game, so
Yeah.
I can kind of give you some behind the scenes of what
Little
I was thinking and how
round
I was building
table.
stuff
Mhm.
too. But this was cool. I think we'll cut this and clip this out as like its own separate little
Yeah.
piece for anybody that wants to digest it. But
Feedback, however percentage of the way through we are.
yeah, exactly. We're pretty close to the end, I think.
Oh, so I need to finish writing the last 2 acts. Got it.
Yeah.
Surprise,
Yeah,
I rewrote season 2. Why would I do that when I was given an extra month?
because it's
All
fun.
right, y'all.
All right.
Night, buddy.
Later, dudes.
Like our
Thank you so much for listening. Please make sure to check out our website at deadsunsco.com for the latest news and social links. If you like our content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/deadsunscompany.